Hi, everybody. This is Dr. Lori Van Wallendale, and I'm the Associate Chair of the Department of Psychological Science here at UNC Charlotte. I'd like to use this video to let you know some information about your department's policies regarding academic integrity. Particularly, I'd like to go into some issues regarding academic integrity and online assignments, such as online quizzing and online testing. First of all, I'd like to remind you why your instructors use online quizzes and online tests, even in courses that are not fully online. Now, you might think that instructors use online quizzes and tests simply to save paper, and that is certainly a worthy goal. But in fact, instructors use online quizzing for a variety of reasons. Many instructors use them to free up class time for other kinds of learning activities. Often, instructors use them to ensure that students have read the assigned material before class. Instructors may use online quizzes and tests to give students faster feedback, in fact, immediate feedback about their performance, and also to allow the instructor to give more class time to concepts that are difficult for students. So, for example, many of your instructors give reading quizzes before class, and the instructor has a chance to look at your performance to see which concepts might require a little more information in class that day. And finally, the psychology professors certainly know that online quizzing and testing is one of the best ways to help students learn more effectively. There's a lot of research on what's called the testing effect, which shows that, in fact, taking quizzes is one of the most effective ways to actually learn new material. However, when students cheat on online quizzes and exams, these kinds of goals cannot be fulfilled. And it is for that reason that the psychology department has taken a very strong stand this semester against cheating. Now, I've had the dubious pleasure of speaking to over 100 students last semester who were caught cheating on online exams, and so I know that students have a variety of interesting terms that they use in place of what their professors would call cheating. So let's take a look at what basically constitutes cheating on an online quiz or exam. There's actually a very simple rule to follow here. Unless your instructor specifically tells you otherwise, you should never do anything on an online quiz or an online exam that you would not be allowed to do on an in-class exam. So let's be a little more specific here. This means no looking at your textbook during the exam. This means no looking at your notes during the exam. This definitely means no searching for answers on Google during your exam. It also means no using cheating websites like Course Hero, no using Wikipedia, and it also means that during the exam you should not be talking on your phone, you should not be talking to other students, you should not be texting people, you should not be listening to music, you should not be going in and out of the room to do other things while you're taking an online exam. And you definitely should not be hiring someone else to take the exam for you. All of these things would be considered cheating if you did them in a face-to-face classroom setting. They are also considered cheating if you do them while you're taking an online exam in your room or in the library or a computer lab or any other setting. And let's spend a little more time talking about those cheating websites. Your instructors know about all of them: Course Hero, Study Blue, ULoop, Quizlet, etc., etc. Many of these began as legitimate sources for students to collect study materials and share them with others, but for the most part they have come to be known by your faculty as cheating sites because they present a lot of information that is in fact cheating material. There are two kinds of violations of academic integrity that are frequently associated with cheating websites like Course Hero or Quizlet. One is cheating itself. Cheating is defined as intentionally using or attempting to use unauthorized materials, information, notes, study aids, or other devices in any academic exercise. So if you are taking an online exam and you look up the answer to a question on Course Hero or Quizlet or another site, that is cheating. But use of such sites is also very often involved in the violation of academic integrity that's called complicity in academic dishonesty. Complicity is intentionally or knowingly helping or attempting to help another student to commit an act of academic dishonesty. That means if you take screenshots of your exams or take notes from your exams and later post those questions and answers onto a website like Quizlet and someone else uses them to cheat, you are complicit in cheating. It is a violation of academic integrity to post your quiz questions, exam questions, answers to written assignments on these websites. And in fact, usually it's not only a violation of academic integrity, it's also against the law because most of these materials are copyrighted. If your instructor has used a test bank provided by a publisher, then those exam questions and answers are copyrighted material. If the instructor has created the question themselves, then they or UNC Charlotte owns the copyright to the material. But you do not have permission to take exam questions and post them online if you do not own the copyright yourself. If you use material from these websites to help you take an exam or to help you complete an assignment, you are guilty of cheating. If you use actual quiz or exam questions from these websites to help you study for an exam, you are guilty of cheating. And if you fail to report to your instructor, if you find actual quiz or exam questions on these websites, you are also complicit in academic dishonesty. It is your responsibility if you find an actual past exam on Quizlet or Course Hero or Study Blue, you need to report that to your instructor so that your instructor can get it taken down. The Department of Psychological Science has a zero tolerance policy for cheating, complicity, and plagiarism. If you're caught violating the academic integrity policy, you should expect to be reported to the Dean of Students' office for an academic integrity violation. And that means you will have a first offense on your record from now until the day you graduate. You should expect to receive at minimum a grade of 0 on the quiz, exam, or assignment on which you cheated or on which you helped someone else to cheat. And even if that assignment is worth a very small portion of your grade, or even if it's an extra credit assignment, you should expect to have your final grade in the course reduced by at least 1 letter for an academic integrity violation. Often, your final grade will automatically be reduced to an F, depending on the severity of your violation. And those above consequences are only for first offenses. For a second offense, the penalties are more severe and they do require a hearing in front of the university's Academic Integrity Board. It is possible to be suspended or even expelled for academic integrity violations. And it's also possible to have your final grade on your transcript reflect your violation so that any potential employers or graduate schools can actually see if an F was received for academic integrity violations. The psychology department is currently using a large number of anti-cheating measures on our online assignments. Many of you are familiar, for instance, with things like VeriCite for written information that helps check for plagiarism. Online quizzes now within our department will typically be timed, and for multiple choice questions, you should never expect more than a minute per question, and frequently something less than that, something around the average of 40 to 45 seconds for a multiple choice question is frequently offered as the gold standard. You should definitely expect your instructor to use Lockdown Browser to keep you from using your computer to look up answers on other websites or to keep you from taking screenshots of your exams and assignments. Starting in the fall of 2018, you can expect your instructors who use online quizzing to also require webcam proctoring so that your online exams will be recorded via your computer's webcam, and any evidence of using unauthorized information on an exam, that webcam video will be used as evidence of academic integrity violations. Tampering with your webcam or covering up your webcam while taking an online test will be investigated as a violation of academic integrity. Always remember, the Noble Niner Code involves integrity in your academic work as well as in other areas of your life. A Niner shall strive for academic excellence in and out of the classroom while maintaining academic honesty and ethical values. If you maintain ethical values, take your exams and quizzes honestly, you have nothing to fear from the department's policy. But we do tend to strictly enforce the idea that when you take a quiz, it's you and your brain and no unauthorized materials. Thanks for taking time to view this video.